Hello, I'm Christopher Curry, and this is the final project for Principles of Cloud Computing. I called this Projekt-Eins. So for this, I use the Google Cloud Platform. Here you can see the different features on the console homepage. We can go to error reporting and see the Google Stack driver error reporting system that gives you the most recent failures or errors in the past 7 days. I had an issue with using NumPy as annotated there. We go back to the home page and we can see that I'm using 4 instances of App Engine, 4 compute engines, 5 cloud storage buckets. We can see API calls, documentation, and from here we can explore other services. The compute engine should show 4 VM instances I have open up, 2 in US Central B and 2 in US Central C. Another cloud service I use for this is Cloudinary. It is a cloud-based photo hosting site here. You can see that at 12.5 megabytes of hosting, I've only used 1% of the free tier. One great thing about this is that it has APIs in multiple languages. Here is Django for Python. However, a lot of the same code can be used for Python Flask, which is what I wrote this application in. So it takes you to the GitHub. In the GitHub, we can scroll through the code and see what kind of sample code we can use or reference documentation for quick starting. And it has sample code for all of the photo manipulation. Another piece of the Google Cloud Platform I use is the Cloud SQL. I use Cloud SQL because it's very easy to integrate SQL with Python code for the backend of web applications. Here I created an instance ID called Eins-DB. It's a MySQL second generation platform. We have an IPv4 address. Uses MySQL 5.7 in the US Central 1 region, 10 gig storage capacity, and I did not use automatically increased storage. We go to authorized networks and we see the IP addresses in which we can SSH into the SQL database. So all editing and from a developer standpoint will have to be completed in these IP addresses. And here's our list of databases right now. We have the default databases and the one I added, which is Eins, which will be the backend for this application. So you open up the terminal and we log into the we log into the MySQL database. We select the database Eins. Now in Eins we can show the tables we have, and these are the tables I created for the purpose of this app. We can describe the gallery, look at all the types and fields, and same for the user. Note for the user, I have confirmed and password hash to show that the password will be hashed and confirm once the user's confirmed his username and login information, that he can continue to log in and make edits to whatever access, whatever portion of the website you need access to. And all of the database backend is programmed into the models.py, and this is what I use to design and create the databases. We look at the rest of the code here. We have our main code. I'm importing Google App Engine's API for search, Flask for entering the templates. We use SQL Alchemy and all the configurations on top, a login manager for saving the login state, and this is all Flask here. We have routes set up for the main index for the /. For showing a gallery, we have a public gallery and a private gallery. Same with public listings and private listings. This just means if you are logged in, you get one version of the website, and if there is no login, then you get the public website. Additionally, if you are not logged in as a user who owns the gallery or owns the listing, you will get the public listing and public gallery site as well. Now here is the code to add a listing. This is when we take the form data and we upload it to Cloudinary and into the SQL database, and the search fields here are for creating an index for the Google Search API. So after we upload an item to the database, we can search it through those variables and those attributes that were previously given. And same for editing listings and delete listings as well. And as with the private listings and private gallery sites, in order to edit or delete listings, we have to ensure that we are logged in as a proper user. And the rest of the code is to register, to send email registration, email confirmation using the tokens that are automatically generated and will be associated with the user entering the database. So we run the website locally on the local host using dev_appserver.py space Projekt-Eins. Logged in on localhost 8080. We check the test gallery too. Since we have ownership rights, we can add a listing here, and we can also edit. So I've uploaded this movie poster. We click on it. We can either delete or edit. And for Cloudinary, if you give the URL address, we can upload the image to the Cloudinary cloud photo hosting site, as well as have a link to that site in our SQL database for that actual listing object. So now we can see that the edited movie poster is there. It's changed and it's reflected in our database. So now we want to add another listing, and this is one I saved on my computer. It is a image of a bull terrier, and we go to my download files. We upload it, and this will upload straight to the Cloudinary server, but also create a link for the URL in the SQL database. That will also be linked to this listing and to the gallery, which is owned by the current logged in user. So we hit submit, and scroll down, the dog's face will appear at the bottom. So we are now using 3 different services. We're using Google SQL database, Google Cloud to host the site, Google SQL database, and Cloudinary to host the website. And as you can see, the Google Search API function works properly. Now, to upload it to the cloud, we use gcloud app deploy, and I learned the hard way that because some of the libraries are compiled in Mac, they don't work on the Google Cloud because it has an Ubuntu operating system. So I use an Ubuntu virtual machine to compile the libraries for NumPy and some of the math-based Python APIs, and I deploy it to the cloud. Default Google Cloud App Engine websites all end in appspot.com. So this website is Projekt-Eins at appspot.com. Go to the test gallery too, and we can see that it's properly referenced on the Cloud SQL database. We have the updated images, and they are referenced and hosted by both Cloudinary and Google Cloud. And we can log in again using the admin username and login. And once this happened, we see that we are logged in as the admin. We go down to the galleries and we can add a listing, edit and delete, and we have the ownership rights. So this is it. This is my project, and thank you for taking the time to look over it. Bye.